Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is an entry, the 20th review of the Chew Review Part 2 series, the short format Chew series. So, as you can see, we will be taking a look at Lancaster in the 3 net weight ounce bag. Now, obviously, this is not for individual sale. That's because basically all Swisher, and this is made by Swisher, chewing tobacco products, loose leaf chew, comes boxed. 2 bags to a box. The boxes look like this. I'm going to show it to you because where I usually link the long format review at the end of this, I have been as of late linking the channel bridge to the new channel. So, you got a pretty glossy 3-ounce chew bag, no Ziploc. Right off the bat, they didn't even get the fold straight, but, you know, whatever. So, on the front you have that, and then the back has the fold over. It's folded over like 3 times. There's no fold back, though. On the back of these bags, you have the story. Now, again, normally I'd refer at the end of this and link the longer one where I read the story, but since I will probably most likely be linking the channel bridge over to the report, I will read this right now. Lancaster chewing tobacco is made from the best tobaccos time and money can produce. Tobacco is grown especially for chewing. Hand-picked and hand-cleaned to remove stems and then aged and cured for a satisfying, long-lasting, full tobacco taste. The attention to detail that goes into Lancaster chewing tobacco allows us to guarantee it to be moist and to have fewer stems than any other chewing tobacco you can buy, or your money back. The Lancaster blend is simply the best that time and commitment to excellence can produce. I have some problems with that story. I'm not saying that there's a lot of stems in this bag. There are not. My experience with it is fairly good, pleasant. That said, there are plenty of other loose leaf chewing tobaccos that do not have stems, or very few. So, on the front, they also have limited reserve, which is sort of like, okay. On the bottom, no barcode in the middle because the barcode is on the box that I already showed you. You have branding here, and then you have Swisher International of Wheeling, West Virginia, www.swisher.com, and then you have the domestic foreign, which I'm going to look at here because although I think I know it, these things are always a little bit goofy. So the domestic is 46.5%, and the foreign is 53.5%. Not great, but it's a higher domestic count than, let's say, Stoker's. So, now, this is good. Now, they say, you know, an enriched flavor. Really, let me open it up. All right. So, they did have one fold back on that. Okay. They did have a fold back, and I believe there should be more glue buttons than you normally would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it was off-centered. So I only got 7. 5, a set of 5, and a set of 2. In the bag, which I didn't really show you too well there, it looks liberally treated with whatever concoction they are running it through. It looks moist. There are signs of moisture on the inside of the bag, which this camera's not going to pick up. It is a sort of sweet, rich smell. It's an original. Some people will register raisins. That is the molasses. Looking at it, though, before I throw it in and then hit the pause button, it is very tacky to the touch, but I wouldn't say it's actually wet. All right, I'm trying to get a good loose pinch here. That's what you're looking at. There's a lot of translucent bits I can see between the desk light and myself, and I just lost some. It is what I'd call a medium cut. There's some longer stringy stuff, and there's some shorter sort of boxy stuff. Again, very tacky to the touch. I don't think it will leave anything on the fingers, though. Let me throw this in. And we will do a little more. And I will be back in a moment. And I'm back. Okay, so in the folds here is whatever code they use. Okay, it was there and then folded down once over. I don't know what it means. Okay, I had already felt the bag and knew the product was good, and it is. The first two digits though are 20, so I'm guessing this was produced this year. Also, on the bottom, hidden in the end seam fold, is the tobacco and confectionery stamp, which is the trade union that produces all of the loose leaf chews for Swisher. Unlike Swisher Dip products, their chewing tobacco is union made. I am not a believer in the union model. If anybody's part of a union, nothing personal. That said, since Swisher's chewing tobacco is usually passable, and I find a lot of the dips not being union, chewing tobacco being union, I'm thinking that the union is a good thing here in this case. So what you have is a very full, rich, good tasting original, leaning sweet, leaning sweeter than other originals. Problem with this product is nicotine, even by chew levels, is low. Okay, and I know that for a fact. It tastes good. It looks good. The packaging looks good. It would be better if they didn't have that canary yellow, not for individual resale. I understand why they do it, but the packaging looks good. It has the same color combo as the WB Long Cut. And to tell you the truth, no offense, US Smokeless, if it was between this and the WB Long Cut, I would take this any day. Nicotine, it's low. Even by chew standards, this should definitely be looked at like a flavor thing. Okay? It's good. There is no stem material. There is no secondary leaf vein material. It's rich like they claim. But in relation, when you step back and look at their product line, in relation to some of their other chews, it's probably rich just because they use the right amount of whatever they treat it with. Whereas some of their other chews are a little bit lacking in treatment. Okay? It's a good product. It's probably, besides maybe Star, one of the few Swisher products that are like, yeah, you know what? This is they can go to bat with this, and good return. Now, as far as nicotine and me saying low, keep in mind, and I've been meaning to say this during chew reviews, and I always forget, but this is going to 10 minutes anyway, so I'm going to say it now. When I say they're lower or low nicotine, in this case, this is low even by chew standards, that is in reference between chew and dip. Okay? I always point out that, listen, this is not, don't lose your can of dip. That all said, nicotine-wise, with something like Redman, is comparable to your nicotine intake. Now, it comes differently. It comes more spread out. It's comparable to cigarettes. You could quit smoking cigarettes, like manufactured cigarettes, using chewing tobacco. And I know many people that have. Okay? And you could probably still do it, or at least slow down greatly, with something like this. Because although this rate's low amongst chews, the difference between nicotine levels from chewing tobacco to chewing tobacco and loose leaf, it's a point whatever. It's like one or two numbers point. Like this might be a 0.2. Red Man's a 0.9. I mean, you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference between them by what you're feeling. In fact, I don't. Let me put it that way. So, if you see this will range somewhere in the mid-tier pricing, somewhere around $5, $5.50. But you are getting 2 bags in the box. The box is like $5.50. Depending on what state you're in, that's why I don't usually go through prices. But it's sort of middle of the road price-wise, but you get 6 ounces. So this has been the review of Lancaster loose leaf chewing tobacco from Swisher International of Wheeling, West Virginia. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.